guys! Welcome back to another informative video where we discuss things about saving, investing, stock market, and a lot of practical tips that you can use to improve your way of living. This will be like my part 2 of discussing carousel. As you guys know, I really love selling items. It's very therapeutic for me, especially during this pandemic. I don't know, but if I'm having a hard time sleeping at night, sometimes I'll open my Instagram shop or my carousel account and just browse through some of the items there, and I'll post or repost some of the items na hindi gumagalaw or slow moving. I really enjoy online selling, and I started when I was working na pala. Kasi before, wala talaga akong kagamit-gamit. So, anong ibebenta kong pre-love kung wala akong gamit? I remember I would go to a lot of thrift shops here in Cubao, tapos magmamanila ako, ganyan. Tapos, if ayoko na yung gamit, I'll sell it online. So ako, talagang malaki yung kita dito, lalo na nung nagka-pandemic, and I was serious about it. You know what? I bought my brand new iPhone SE, this one's the latest, and my iPad 8 Gen, that's also the latest, through online selling. So imagine that, parang tinodo ko siya nung nagka-pandemic because we have a lot of time, and 'di ba? Sayang naman kung hindi ka magiging productive even in your small simple ways. And you know what? It blew up kasi ang problema ko lang sa Instagram, parang naka-4 or naka-5 na ata akong gawa ng Instagram. Lagi ako nabablock. Now I'm more cautious, and when I created my official new Instagram account and Facebook page, talagang minemaintain ko, and I make sure that I follow community guidelines. But I'm not gonna talk about Instagram, Shopee, Lazada platforms. I'm going to talk about specific to carousel. Yes, I am a proud carouseller for 3 years, more than 3 years na actually. I'm gonna show you my account, and this is my third carousel account because I have one shared kami ng best friend ko, and then the other one na-block na naman kasi nga yun nga hindi ko alam. Buti na lang sana kung nalilimutan ko yung password pero that's not the case, it's being blocked. So yan, my account handle for carousel is Heyruch, syempre, alam niyo na yan. Heyruch, so you see, there's a lot of items there. Yung iba dyan sold na, when it's blue, sold na yan. Dami ko nang nabenta dyan, imagine how much I was able to get out of those items that I was able to sell. Some of those I got online, and yung iba pinapabenta sa akin, mga boss ko, ganyan. So there's a lot. Imagine, tinodo ko talaga siya nung nagka-pandemic. So, I'm gonna share the tips and my experience and the do's and don'ts if you wanna start a carousel shop. So, etong carousel shop ko, again as mentioned, this is my third account. And ever since talaga, carousel user ako because I was part of the team. I was part of a PR firm that launched carousel here in the Philippines. So I was able to meet the owners and executives back then. Ngayon, yung nagsisimula pa lang to, sobrang konti pa lang ng mga carousellers na nandun. Now, ang dami na. And they were acquired by OLX. When they were acquired by OLX, I would say that's the time that it has like a friction dun sa market na meron si OLX tsaka si Carousel. Carousel kasi I would say ito yung mga middle to upper class na talagang value for money rin yung mga binibenta nilang items, and you can get it at a good price. When OLX was part of the market na, kasi nga nag-merge sila, I noticed that pumangit yung market na meron. Naging barat, tapos ang pangit ng approach or kausap. Parang for a time, nung bago yung acquisition nila, I had that experience. Sobra talagang bastos. But nung nagka-pandemic ulit, naging mix na siya. Parang nag-ano na siya, 50-50. 15 mababait, 15 hindi. Parang ganun yung nangyari sa kanya. But it used to be a good platform before OLX. I am not saying that OLX is a bad platform. It's just that when they had an acquisition, as a user of Carousel for a long time, you would really see differences way when it was still with Carousel and now that it was acquired. So, etong Carousel, it's like the Depop of US, and Depop of US siya, or Poshmark ng US. With Carousel, you'll be able to sell your pre-love items. Tapos, yun din yung way for you to interact. So there are, now, meron ka na itong mag-run ka ng ads. So if you post a listing, that's what you call it. Syempre, you would list your item. And then once it's posted, you'll have an option for ads. Ako, di ako nag-ads. Before, yung nag-OLX yung mga friends ko, tapos nag-offer sila ng services, they run ads. So, feeling ko, dahil nga nag-merge sila, parang in-adopt lang ng Carousel yung meron yung OLX through ads. Ngayon, ako, I would say na I'd purely post something without running any ads, organic lahat yung kinikita ko, parang ganon. I just have a few items here left. Mostly, these are the items that I got from Japan. Konting-konti na lang yan. Tapos the rest, nabenta na. So, ito na ngayon yung do's and don'ts. First things first, if you wanna post something on Carousel, make sure that your photos are clear. Never ever post something na hindi clear. So, most of the time, I would go outside and post a picture of it near direct sunlight so that the person viewing it won't have any other excuse to ask for more photos. Let's admit it. This is just a pastime. I would never say that this is like a full-time, but then there was a time before when I was so unproductive and I feel like doing more just because, alam mo yon, nasa work ka, confined ka sa iyong bahay, wala kang magawa. So, through selling online, you feel like you're becoming more productive because you feel like you were able to sell something, yung mga ganon-ganon. So, for a time, tinodo ko din talaga siya. Like, I post every day, tapos mga 2 to 3 items a day, tapos may mga promos dito and mga contest sinasalihan ko rin, just to make me feel productive. So, it was kind of therapeutic for me. But, one of the things that I noticed is that kahit na nag-post ka ng maraming picture, talagang itatanong pa rin nila. So, one of the things that I would recommend is really to take photos in sa direct sunlight. I am not the type of person who would post aesthetically pleasing pictures because on Carousel, those are pre-love items. And I'm not saying that that's just because it's pre-love, hindi mo nagagandahan. Ako, just make sure that the photo has proper lighting. Compared kasi sa Instagram that you are maintaining a feed, sa Carousel, hindi naman siya ganon. As long as you put the pictures and all areas covered, yung harap, likod, gilid, nung item na pipicturean, I think that's enough. And then second, have a pricing strategy. I always say this to all online sellers. It's very important that you have a pricing strategy. Ako, parang ang naging sweet spot ko for pricing would be 380 pesos per bags. And those are pre-loved. So okay na sa akin yun. Kumbaga may kita na ako and minus the pagod and effort that I have. Yon. Tapos, I also make it to a point, I also said this sa kong videos sa part 1, na taasan mo siya kung wala kang sweet spot pa. Kumbaga, hindi mo pa na-determine. Taasan mo na lang muna kung di ka pa sure kasi tatawad at tatawad sila. Sobrang, hindi ganito dati yung Carousel. Kasi before, you get deals easily. But I realize now, parang it's harder. Kasi nga sobrang barat nung mga market na meron ngayon. Not because of pandemic, even before pandemic, with the acquisition with OLX, naging ganun talaga yung market ng mga Carousel users. Next, make your description crisp and straight to the point. Ako, pag nagde-describe ako doon, since nakalagay na yung price, photos and all, I make sure na lang na I post and I mention how I got the item and why am I selling it, syempre. And then lastly, what are the flaws? And then, so I have 4 lang. Number 1, ulitin ko lang. Number 1 would be, why are you selling it? Second, where did you got the item? Tapos, number 3, the flaws. And then, siguro yung number 4 ko talaga, sabihin mo na right away and direct to the point na no asking for photos. Sorry I make my photos really good and quality. And minimake sure ko na direct sunlight siya talaga. And I put there, sold as is. Ganyan yung mga line ko. No asking for additional photos. Photos posted are updated. Laging ganun. I make it direct. Tas parang simple lang yung ilalagay ko sa, sa description ko. Kasi nga, nakakatamad rin mag-answer from time to time, diba? So yun, I normally don't provide more photos because talagang nilalagay ko na lahat ng areas dun sa photo. If they ask for more or may nalimutan ako, malalaman ko naman yung like size, minsan hindi ko siya nalalagay and all. Because that would, para kasing kapag din di mo binimension yung size, it would start a conversation. For me lang naman, it's a conversation starter. Kaya minsan di ako naglalagay ng dimension or when worn, ganun. Parang pang come on ko na rin sa mga tao. Okay, don'ts. Never ever, napansin ko lang to kasi na-block ako. Never ever mention yung mga salitang dupes, lookalike, ganyan. Just put the brand, or if there's no brand, like, lagay mo na lang no brand, or para safe, maglagay ka na lang ng photo sa harapan ng listing na nandun yung mismong brand name. Kasi, na-block ako ni Carousel for that reason. And then, I was trying to get my way out. Sabi ko sa kanila, bakit yung iba may mga gantong kasi daw, dupe, lookalike, bawal daw yung mga replica items. And I'm not selling naman replica items. Sinasabi ko lang na ito yung kung paano mo siya dadalhin para siyang katulad ng ganito. Pero, there's really a brand for it. We all know that. There are brands naman na original naman talaga sila, as in original. But then, there's a different brand name na halos identical yung design. But they are not replica. Kasi, if you say replica, para siyang LV sa Green Hills, na yung Green Hills, kinopya talaga siyang kopyang-kopya. But there are brands na locally made, but then it's quality. Mostly ito yung mga Korean bags na meron talaga silang brand. Pero parang identical lang doon sa mismong bag na LV. Say for example, yung mga brands na gano'n, yung mga Sisley, kasi napapansin ko may never full na katulad si Sisley na halos parang LV, pero Sisley is a good brand, pero it's not LV, but then they have identical design. So ayaw nila yung gano'n. So sabi ko, I learned that I don't have to put those info kasi na-block ako for a month. Imagine, sobrang ganda na ng reviews ko dito and I've been a carouseller for 3 years. Tapos, ayan o, ang gaganda ng reviews ko dyan, tapos biglang mabablock. So, sayang. So, ikaw, kung maglilist ka, wag na lang. Next, some tips. Most of you guys will be asking me about the shipping. Okay, yung karamihan sa clients na bumibili sa carousel, nasa, Metro Manila. So, hindi mahirap. Ako kasi, sa carousel, puro lang talaga Grab, Lalamove, Mr. Speedy. So, to those people asking, paano yung carousel, paano yung shipping? Carousel is not like Shopee and Lazada. They are not a platform wherein you host or build your shop within the brand. It's not like that. Carousel is like Depop, wherein you can sell your pre-love items, but then it's customized for you. Whatever you like to put and how you want to ship your item, it depends on you. But then they are giving you the opportunity to be part of their ecosystem, to sell your pre-love items. But they don't have any involvement in your transaction with the buyer. They're completely out of the picture. And at the same time, in terms of shipping, cargo mo siya. Unlike Shopee, they have hubs. Sila Lazada, meron silang mga fulfillment centers na pinapadala doon ng sellers yung mga yung mga items sila. May mga seller shops sila na dedicated for sellers kasi nga bultuhan karamihan yung nag-order doon. Carousel is not like that. Carousel is uniquely made for people to sell their pre-love items. So wala silang kinalaman doon at wala din sila nakukuhang komisyon doon sa mga siniship out mo kasi kung paano sila kumita is through ads. Doon sila kumikita. Because they are an online platform. So yun, if in terms of shipping, since most of you guys are asking, you have to do it on your own. So, check and ask your client or your buyer kung saan niya gustong ipapadala. Usually kapag malayo or Visayas, Mindanao, which is in my case, I never experienced having a client or a buyer from Visayas or Mindanao. Lagi lang Luzon or Metro Manila. Lagi lang ganun. Pinakamalayo ko na siguro na pagpadalahan would be, may Baguio ba ako? Parang may Baguio or Laguna. Ganun na yung mga, yung mga napapagpadalahan ko. So, LBC, COP lang yung ginagawa ko dun, which is just 95 pesos. And they'll be paying it doon sa mismong LBC malapit sa kanila. But in cases na dito lang sa Metro Manila, you can choose and ask them Lalamove. Pipili ka lang naman dyan kung saan yung mas mura Tapos i-send mo sa kanila, tapos sila na magbabayad. But then this is not like your regular Shopee and Lazada that everything's laid down. Kasi yung Shopee, Lazada, kumikita sila sa merchant commissions, yung mga cashback, etc. Yung mga paanda nila na promotions they earn through the shipping, etc. But Carousel, hindi sila ganon. They earn money through the ads being placed by companies and at the same time, yung mga nag-ads din na sellers. So, yun. It's a good platform, I would say. And I really enjoy selling items for 3 years now in Carousel. And again nga, yung tinodok siya, ang dami kong nabili. Pero, expect mo na talaga na may mga clients or customers doon at buyers na sobrang barat, lalo na yung acquisition nila. But then, overall, it's a good platform where you can sell your pre-love items. Lalo na ngayon, ang daming taong nagde-declutter, ang daming bagay na gustong i-let go, di ba? Kasi sayang naman kung mapagkakakitaan. Yon, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you learned something, especially if you want to try out Carousel as a platform. Yon, thank you for watching and please don't forget to subscribe.